Hi, everybody. It's your favorite girl, Elena, here to play your favorite water witch, Remi.
Hi, guys. My name is Kyle. I play Oswald.
Hi, I'm Britton, and I play Michael.
Hi, I'm Allie. I play River, and I will also be your game goddess. Let's get this show started. Last time, with this side of the party, you guys were able to incarcerate Jeanette Astoria.
Woo!
After a long time of you guys cracking jokes about her shooting hoops with kitten heels on.
I forgot about that.
That was a 4-hour fucking recording session, you goddamn monsters. We don't do that here.
What do you mean?
It was a fun time. We came for a fun time and a long time.
Oh, God. And after that, there was an announcement on national news about how the company was then turned over to Joy Rivera Hadley's mother and Remi Monet Lancaster's mother. However, because they were both deceased, it was then turned over to their fathers, and that Joy Rivera Hadley, the long-lost daughter of Ezra Hadley, and Remi Monet Lancaster, daughter to Augustus Lancaster, are now the heiresses to the Jeanette Astoria Company. Will that name remain? We don't know. So, where we are entering is it's been probably 2 days since everything's happened. It's been relatively quiet. Things have slowed down a bit. On the news right now, the TV's going on idly in the corner of the Airbnb you guys are still in. You guys have kind of unwound because it was a rough last few days. And with the TV idly going in the background, from the TV, it's like I said, it's like echoing throughout the house. Whatever you guys are doing, you can hear it from where you are. But it's kind of a older press conference with Augustus Lancaster, and he's discussing the current state of Ezra Hadley and how it's going to take a few months to get back on his feet. And how he was very happy to actually get out of the prison without having to do his full sentence, which was life. There has been other things that came out about Jeanette Astoria that some people were not aware of, such as people in the prisons being given to one of the horror mutants that was in one of the sectors in Eden to eat, which wasn't okay, isn't humane, which isn't good for any reputation. So that's another thing on her record now. And along with hidden files on what the horror mutants actually were, because nobody fully knew. They just sort of went along with what Jeanette Astoria said. And a lot of what Jeanette Astoria said was they are uncontrollable beasts that have a hunger for flesh, which is not 100% true, because a lot of them are cognizant. They understand what's going on. They know what's good and what's not, but the nature of how they were treated is kind of how they became of how they are. They're still hiding within the jungle area of Eden, but there's been a lot of back-to-back press conferences with Augustus Lancaster, and you notice that a lot of them are reruns. This is for all of you. Remi, what are you doing right now?
So I came back in the middle. Sorry. So essentially, after Astoria was arrested, watching reruns of Papa talk and discuss about the situation. What am I doing now? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I imagine that we're in our Airbnb.
Okay, so do you need me to redo that entire sentence again?
No, is this like we're just
I've already said you're in your Airbnb, that the TV is going on where you can all hear
Yes,
it. It's
okay.
just idly going. So
Okay.
yes, you're in.
So
I just
then-
want to know what Remi is doing right now.
I would imagine she is probably making herself a nice snack.
Okay. Do you have any feelings towards anything that's going on?
I mean, I'm still kind of in shock over the whole, like, River and Remi are now the people in charge of Astoria's cyber technologies.
You guys we aren't the ones in charge. Right now
Okay.
it's the fathers. The fathers are the ones that are in charge. You guys are just the heiresses.
Well, yeah, just being the heiresses is kind of mind-boggling. And then also the fact that, like, River's dad is now out of prison, and she's wondering what River feels like about that. And then just kind of like, well, not my problem kind of attitude about it. But
Okay.
still worried about River and the whole, like, her dad is now out of prison and what she feels about that.
Do you want to have a conversation with River?
Sure. Why not?
Are you gonna find River? Or are you just gonna what's exactly going on here?
I'm going to finish making my snack. And then I'm gonna go find River, and I'm also going to bring River a portion of my snack.
Okay. River has not really left the couch of where the TV's been. She's kind of been in shock for a bit.
Okay, so I sit down on the couch, I pick up the remote, and I start changing the channel. I'm like, so you want to watch Gilmore Girls?
No. That's an awful show. Why would I watch that?
I don't know. My grandma raved about it all the time. And I slide her some pierogies, and I'm just like, you want a snack? I buttered them up and put some garlic on them.
She takes one and eats it very slowly.
Okay. And then I go, don't mind about the sriracha. That's just something weird that I wanted to try. Anywho, how are you feeling? Because I know how I feel, but I need to make sure that you're okay because your dad is now out of prison? And then she has, like, that look of, like, question mark, like, should I be talking about this?
River kind of just looks at her hands and she looks up and goes, I believe the last time I saw that guy was when I was 5. Like, it was stupid early, Remi. I don't even really remember his face. Like, in the photo that they're showing on the TV, which is obviously the one of him in prison, so he doesn't have a lot of meat on his bones and he looks exhausted. Doesn't really look like him. It's not the guy I remember, and I don't know what he's gonna be like. That shit, like, is traumatizing. I was in Astoria's little, like, demon parade for a month and it fucked me up.
Well, we can go about this one of two ways. Either the way that I prefer, stuffing food down into our belly and shoving those feelings deep down, and don't worry about them ever. Don't even acknowledge their existence. Or
You're making me feel real good about what I'm setting up for. I want you to know that.
Or we can punch some things.
I don't think taking my anger out on stuff is the smartest way to deal with things. That's how I ended up with Rodney, and that wasn't good for my mental health.
And then she like suddenly is like trying to signal to someone, either Michael or Oswald, of like, get rid of the Astoria punching bag.
When did we get that?
She's like doing like the like nix it, and then and then she's like, okay. So then there's a third option, which I am not entirely comfortable with because, you know, repressed child energy. And then so then she like changes her posture and everything, and then she crosses her legs and she goes, "Tell me how you feel."
Scared.
I'm gonna go make a sandwich.
Bye.
And I turn to Michael and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm currently in session with a client. You need to leave in order to not violate HIPAA.
I'm gonna go make a sandwich. Do you want one?
Yes, please. I would like a sandwich with macaroni. And then I turn back to River and I am just like, continue.
River, do you want a sandwich too?
Not now, Michael!
Can I have a grilled cheese?
Sure.
Never mind, can I have a grilled cheese instead of a sandwich?
I see a grilled cheese as a sandwich. I don't understand what's wrong with you people.
Can you cut them into triangles to feed my inner child?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Michael, this is your end game.
Shut up, you need to bleep that out. Scarlett can't know that yet.
The interview, the thing is going out after, like, before this one. It's fine.
Okay, fine, but I would still like it if we bleeped it out. Just, you know, just for fun.
Okay,
just
fine.
for funsies. So then I turn back to River and I'm like, continue. You said that you had feelings of scared. Is this because you have daddy issues?
Did you mean fear right there? You're the one with the master.
As I'm looking at my notes, you said, and I quote, scared.
Which resonates to fear.
Which then resonates to fear. Yes, interesting.
Remi, there's a reason you didn't go into psychology.
Who is the person who has the most experience with repressed feelings here? Thank you. Now continue.
Uh,
Michael, you don't get to say I'm with a client.
All of us together openly,
Continue. Don't mind him. He's an intern.
I can still hear you.
River like sighs and goes, "You guys are gonna make the cutest babies."
You just hear Oswald in the bathroom, or not? Well, in the bathroom, yeah.
Yes, in the bathroom.
That's
Oh my
where
God,
I just
please-
was. So that's where Oswald is.
Like pooping in the middle of all of this.
Yeah,
That's
like
correct.
he's got the fan on. He's been in there for like 20 minutes, but not because anything's going wrong, but because he's like looking at his phone. And he just hears this exchange going on. And you just hear him like burst out laughing.
Now continue. We only have 56 more minutes unless you want to pay for an extra hour.
Remi, I don't want this right now.
Okay, but this is how we're going to deal with your deep-rooted daddy issue feelings and your parental abandonments.
Can we talk about yours if we have to talk about mine?
Sure. Let's play a game. She narrows her eyes and she goes, for everything that you tell me that you're feeling, I'll tell you one thing that I'm feeling right now. How about that?
Hold on.
All right.
When River says that, Oswald can hear all of this. So
Yes.
this is what Oswald does. Bear with me. I have to set this up.
All
Because I
right.
actually went outside my room and closed my door to do that.
Oh boy.
Okay, so River looks at you and goes, he doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know what I've been through. He doesn't know what my life has been like. and I'm scared.
Mm-hmm. So that's about 5 things there.
Yeah, so now you have to give me 5.
5 things. Okay.
And
I'm
they can't be stupid, Remy, like you do. They have to be real.
Okay, listen, I was about to tell you some things and then you just rudely interrupted me. Do I need to go get the talking stick?
I'm going to kill you.
Listen, I am trying my best to help you, and if this isn't working, I can just leave.
Go, Remy. Tell me what you're thinking.
Okay, I'm worried that my father loves his job more than anything else in the world, including my dead mother. I am worried that my mother is not proud of me and all the things that I've done because I've killed a lot of people.
I'm sorry, that one got me.
I feel like I have no control over my life because I feel like there's some other thing just constantly the way of my wants and my dreams. I feel like that if I did graduate college, I would have somehow ended up turning out to be like Astoria, and that's just terrifying to think about. And she leans in really close, and she's like, I think the wind is following me.
River kisses your head.
I know
shit right now.
I really hope Kyle's parents are home. I really hope Kyle's parents are home.
I can't even hear what he's saying. It's just the fact that he's doing it.
It's not meant to be like heard well because he's in there with the fan on and everything. So.
Parents home right now. What are you doing?
Okay. So then, like, she's like,
what did that sound like?
It sounded like. Like really far away. And
Yeah,
so then Remy explains further. She's like, I don't know, but I've just been noticing that every time I get angry, the wind starts to pick up. So either someone who's just trying to make me look fabulous like Beyonce all the time.
I was going to say it's your glamour wind. I don't know.
Either someone's trying to make me look like Beyonce all the time, which I do not mind. Or there's some evil dude who's now following us around, like that random dude who was like, you made an enemy out of this time. So maybe that's him. I don't know. But it's weird.
Remy, I hate to break this to you. Do you think you have another power?
Oh, I'm not that special. You kidding me?
Remy, are you sure here? I need you to use your deductive reasoning skills for like half a second.
Okay.
The guy behind the curtain that's holding the desk fan that just blows it at you every time you get angry. He runs off and hides.
Okay, so here, let me try then. And then she like concentrates and she's like just looking at like a piece of paper that's just lying around and she's like,
roll me a D20.
D20, okay, here we go. Not a D100, are you sure?
Yeah, no, that's not what the D100 was for.
Natural 1.
Wow.
It doesn't move at all.
You hear Oswald fart.
I'm just like, so that just proves that either I have some really windy stalkers or God just finds me fabulous.
Oh my! Do you feel any sort of way right now? Like any other than like indifferent or like masking as you so do all the time?
I feel kind of hungry. How long is it going to take him to make a grilled cheese sandwich?
I got one done. You didn't really say.
Hey, Remy.
Who wants theirs first?
Remy
Give it
does.
to the client first, you dumb. That's
Give
how
it
it works around here.
Ouch.
Give it to Remy. Okay, Remy, look at me. Look at me in my eyes. Look at me in my cute little face, right? Right? You see me?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel when you look at Michael?
You didn't tell me anything, so I can't tell you nothing.
I have a huge crush on Zach, but I'm telling nobody.
Kind of obvious as I'm lifting up my hand for a grilled cheese sandwich.
But I told you something.
It's cut in half at the to make triangles.
Thank you. And then she eats it, and then she goes, okay, here's the thing that I can tell you. I really like grilled cheese.
Is that some sort of code?
No. Leave. Go back to making grilled cheese. Go back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich.
Oswald, do you want a grilled cheese sandwich, or you go with your pocket thing?
You hear Oswald flush.
My God, please tell me that in post we add a toilet flush.
I was going to say you're going to make me find a fucking flushing SS
just
I
Max.
mean, if you
bring
want, hold on a second.
No,
Don't do it.
just bring your microphone all the way over to
What he's doing?
fucking thing and just push. Let's listen.
The toilet is like right next to my room. I don't know if you heard that.
You couldn't hear
No.
it. I'm going to have to find one.
You can hear like the initial like kerplunk, but not the flush.
Oh man. Anyway, yeah, Oswald flushes and then like walks out of the bathroom. Obviously, like had washing. He washed his hands.
I was going to say, did you wash your hands?
Yes, he washed his hands. And then he just like goes over and he's like, "Fuck yeah, I'll take a grilled cheese."
Gruyere or mozzarella?
The first one.
Okay.
Okay,
Mozzarella's
Oswald, we're
overrated.
playing a game right now. Do you want to join in on this therapy session? We have approximately 45 more minutes until this session's over.
It's girls only right now. Go,
Yeah,
go,
I was gonna
Oswald. Go
say
into the
I had
kitchen.
my own little therapy session in there, so I'm gonna.
Oswald just
hang out
turns
here.
around and wears a wig, and he's like, "I'm here." Just pulls on one of Shade's wigs.
Oh my god! What are we talking about?
This is his cousin, Oswella.
Oswalder.
Okay, Remy, look at me. Okay. I get a little bit freaked out that the twins still see me as like their goddess for getting me out of that place or getting them out of that place. Not gonna lie. Although there are times where it makes me feel very powerful. Also, there's one power. I don't know if you noticed. There's one power that I have now that I've been using for a while, but every time I use it, I feel like more in control or like I'm gaining something from it than I was before. So it's making me a little bit seizure hungry, if we're going to call it that. So, yeah.
Is it like a vampire feeling, or is it more like a I'm gonna be vindictive and just do this to other people feeling?
No, it's a wow. I'm using this energy that I'm getting from this power, and I'm going to use it to heal my friends, sort of a situation.
So then I'm like, hold on a second, and I go stand up, and then I walk over to the windows, and I throw open the curtains, and I watch, like, look at her.
Okay.
And I'm looking at her. Does she sparkle?
No.
And then I close the blinds and I come back over and I'm like, well, you passed the vampire test.
I didn't think I was a vampire.
She's been outside how many times in the middle of the day?
Vampires sparkle in the sun, Michael, or did you not read the
Remy, you still didn't answer my question.
the absolute classic that was Twilight?
I pop my head around the corner and I'm like, Twilight was never meant to be actual historical. Like, it was put in the historical record incorrectly. That was
then
not
why
a
did they
real
put it
account of
up
vampires.
there on the top 200 classics that you have to read before you die?
Because
really
I'm not
like
reading it.
Remy,
Neither am I, and I think that's just horny teenage girls that want to fuck a disco ball.
Remy, I need you to answer this question.
It's just
Okay.
it's just a prequel to 50 Shades of Grey. All right.
It's a lie and you know it. She gets up and she gets super defensive.
Only a D20.
Me?
Yes, with advantage.
Oh, with advantage? Okay. That's another one.
Good.
With advantage.
That's another one!
Are you kidding?
My
You'll
God.
never get Can you roll one more time for me. Just give me one more. I need one more try on this. Roll a different dice. Throw that one away. I don't know what to tell you.
3 ones in a row, man, and it was a different dice. I think
That's statistically impossible. Keep going.
No, I'm not kidding. Oh my god! Do I have the Will Wheaton curse?
Do you have any PowerPoints?
Yes.
Can you use one, please?
Yes. Yes, I can. I currently have 8 hero points. Let me change
every time
that
I try to give you your goddamn power, every fucking time.
I know, I'm trying, okay?
I don't think you are.
That's a 6.
Nothing happens. You suck.
Jesus fucking Christ. So then I like point like Ace Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney style, like, you know that 50 Shades of Grey was a fan fiction at Twilight.
Yeah, I do. Is that a problem?
Yes, which means it's subpar compared to Twilight.
I mean, personally, I like 50 Shades of Grey, but all right. It had its moments.
Remy, your phone starts ringing.
Is it Adrena who's calling me to let me know?
No, it's not Adrena. Adrena's passed out somewhere. Adrena's passed out somewhere. That's where I left you there.
I just want to roll this dice one more time before I answer. That's a 4. Oh my god, this dice is cursed.
I told you to use a goddamn different dice.
I did use a different dice.
That's sad. You're rolling like fucking butt.
I am. I answer my phone and I go, Remy Monet Lancaster, psychologist in session. How may I help you?
So you didn't look at the caller ID at all. You just fucking answered them.
I did not. Just heard it right away.
Beautiful. Great.
I would like it to probably be known that instead of her having like a thing, she was given like a track phone because she can't be trusted.
Rami?
I hang up.
God damn it!
I snap it shut and I'm just like, okay, back to our session now.
Wait. You said snap it shut. Are you using a flip phone almost 300 years in the future?
I just said that she would have been given a track phone.
Okay.
They don't trust her with a regular phone yet.
Oswald looks around the corner. He's like, "Hey, Remy, is it time for you to go to Future Walgreens and renew your track phone yet?"
I mean, either that or I have that Samsung snappy flip phone of the future.
Remy, I need you to roll me a D100.
Ooh. Whatever it is, Allie
I would
doesn't
like to make it canon that all Walgreens and CVS are the same, except for their company name is now Future Walgreens or Future CVS.
Oh, like Fantasy Taco Bell? Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, like Fantasy Taco Bell, but Future.
Fantasy Applebee's.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 61.
Okay, cool.
I'm just like, just give it 5 more minutes. He'll call back. I just always wanted to do that.
He doesn't.
Oh.
You
My
can always
dad
call him.
is dead too.
You can always call him.
I'll call him back after this session. And so just like, where were we, River? You were in the middle of telling me about your parental abandonment issue.
Remy, I told you 4 things and then you promptly ignored my questions to go yell at the boys, so I'm going to need you to answer them.
Okay, truth or dare style.
I'm going to sit on your face.
That's fine.
I was just saying, I don't think that's very much of a punishment. That sounds more like punishment if you're asking me.
Hold on, let me
just eating his grilled cheese.
Let me think for a second.
Zach comes into the room, I volunteer as tribute.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of
Wait, what
actual...
was the question anyways?
I don't know what the question is anyway.
I was trying to fucking get Remy to like use her wind a little bit, and every time it's like I rolled a 1.
I can't help it. That's what the dice are telling me. Do you want me to start lying about my dice rolls?
Kind of.
Here, let me roll. Oh, what do I get? Oh, fuck it. That's actually a 15, but
that would have gotten you places. At this point, it's so low.
The bar is so low. Okay. I'm just like, why don't we go on ahead and move someplace a little bit more private if we're going to continue talking about things that are important.
Yeah, okay, Remi.
Michael's gonna come up and with a plate of another thing of grilled cheese.
I immediately swipe it and continue to eat my pierogies. And I pass the plate over to River.
River goes, thank you.
I will not be taking any more calls today. And then I close the door.
I mean, all right, I guess. Can still hear you though.
I shove a blanket over by the door crack so that they can't
I
hear
don't
me.
think that's gonna do anything.
Oh, that's fucking right. He's got those fucking nasty ears.
You don't understand how they work. It's fine.
I
This
don't
is
understand how they work, so I don't know what he's saying when he says, I could still hear you.
Okay.
Oh, look at me, I'm Michael.
Okay, so River goes, you keep getting a little bit weird and flustered around Michael. Like every time you see him. Tell me what's up.
And then she quietly says, I do not.
You do though.
No, I don't. Shut up. And then she blushes.
I have several people that's telling me otherwise. What's going on?
What other people are talking about my private affairs?
Shade and Zach. Who the fuck else?
And I'm just like, God damn it, I knew I shouldn't have talked to Shade. And then she's like, what did Shade tell you?
What do you mean, what did Shade tell me? I have fucking eyes, Remi. They're in my head. I can see what's happening.
I'm surprised that she's not more upset over the fact that I said I told Shade stuff.
River doesn't need you telling her shit. She sees it.
Okay. So then I'm just like, I do not have any untoward feelings about Michael.
Okay, so let's say that girl Teresa from the banquet kissed him in front of you.
Who the fuck is this bitch and who do I need to cut?
Roll me a d20.
I'm going to. You're gonna hear just the door close outside. I'll be outside if they need me.
I rolled a 7.
Hero point it. Hero point it. Hero point it.
No!
I'm just like
dying!
I mean, you rolled 3 1s and a 7. At some point, you have to use a hero point.
I tried.
Oh,
At
it was the same bad dice! It was the
I
same
just
bad
want to give you
dice!
your power. I just want to give you your
Okay,
power.
then maybe
I
you need to
just
start
wanna-
asking more hard-hitting questions, Allie.
I've asked, how many questions have I asked now? And they're just ones.
I don't know,
This is
maybe you need
why-
to come up with something a little bit more
Why do you hang up on your
dramatic.
father?
Because I hate him.
Why do you hate him?
And I'm just, for everything, literally everything. And then she's trying to be quiet, but then it's just slowly going to get louder. Everything about my life has been an entire lie the entire time, and I don't understand why people just can't fucking tell me the truth. They act like I'm a little itty bitty baby. Yet when I need to, I'm the one who's always packing punches. And then when I have to turn around and they're like, oh no, like we can't tell you shit. Like the whole Michael thing. Him not telling us that his mom's Astoria, and she's like pacing and just actively getting.
To be fair, I told him not to tell you that his mom that was a me thing.
She doesn't hear this. She continues pacing angrily around the room
Alright.
and spouting shit. And then she's like, and then dealing with my dad and him locking you, my one best friend, up, and then going around and saying,
When did he lock? Wait, Remi. When did he lock me up?
he was the reason why you were with Astoria for as
No, he
long as
wasn't.
you were.
No, he wasn't, Remi.
He could have done something and he didn't. And that is the
Remi,
and then
Remi, Remi, shut the fuck up.
Okay. Okay, Allie.
Do you think I did not go through enough trauma in that goddamn facility. Do you think
I'm
I
not
don't
talking
know?
about that.
You need to listen to me because you're only hearing your own fucking brain and it's going to fuck you over in the end. Okay?
She sits like a little kid on the floor.
So, you are taking my move.
I'm just trying to make my anxiety go down because you yelled at me.
Remi, I remember everybody's face in that goddamn facility. Your father's wasn't even apparent, wasn't even there. You want to know what that means? That means he never did anything to hurt me. He never did anything to actively go and try and traumatize me in any ways. That means he never stuck a needle in my skin and had me burning from the inside out to just, I don't know, test things. Your father did nothing.
Quick question, Allie. Did we tell River about the tapes where, like...
That's on you if you told her or not, but she's telling you right now.
I don't think we did. I think we wanted her, like, we didn't want to add stuff onto her when she first got out. And
I
that's
don't remember telling her.
I think Remi is referencing, like, when she was a child, and River is referencing the recent one.
River is not referencing the recent one.
Okay, so it sounded like to me the recent one. So then as she's like waiting for River to finish, I think she's gonna like do like the and then like explain like when you're done.
Okay. She's done. She's just looking at you.
And then she looks at her dead in the face and she's like, I did not want to tell you this because you were a fragile little bean and I did not want to hurt you. But
I probably have more armor on than you, honey. Sorry.
When you were, and then she like gestures smaller than what you are now, tiny tot. My dad knew that you were in there and didn't do anything to try to get you out. He knew about you, your brother, and Shade, and just let it happen.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but Hood ended up with him anyways. And Hood was in Astoria longer than me. Shade also ended up with him anyways. And Shade was in there with me. Do you think maybe I got out before them?
Yes, but I'm saying he could have done something to get you out sooner than what you
Remi,
did.
I think you need to take a step back. Just think for a moment. Sometimes the best option is to wait.
Well, that's just stupid.
That's tough to fucking hear. What did we do with Astoria? We waited. Whether or not you want to think about it, we fucking waited. And you want to know when we decided to strike? When we knew we were at least more rested and the strongest we were. And that is why she is in prison right now.
Technically, she came to us, but I get what you're saying.
We waited for her to come to us. We've never went one-on-one with Astoria before. It's always been her guard. She's always been a hologram. This was her, Remi.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe think about that. Maybe talk to your dad. And River leaves. River's done with this conversation.
Isn't Oswald supposed to be the main character of this arc?
Surprisingly, our lore master gave River the brain cell, so I'm just expressing it.
Oswald's happily eating a grilled cheese. That's his arc.
God damn it, Scarlet.
Scarlet literally wrote somehow the brain cell of the group, and I was just like, fucking why?
Because the players of Remi and Oswald are absolute idiots. Well, I mean, if I'm like playing like a strategist, I play a little bit more smartly, but you know. That's just me.
So are you going to recall your father?
While he's eating grilled cheese, you see like this weird glow around him.
Ooh, he's glowing?
Yeah.
What?
It means that his food dimension is leveling up.
That's stupid as shit. I fucking hate you.
Oh my
He
god.
can now port food from any restaurant throughout history.
Oh my god.
I love that you just make up these own stats. Like, you know.
It's not a game-breaking thing, so I figured why not?
And then we hear faintly.
Remy, when River leaves though, you do hear a little bloop on your phone, but it's no one from nobody calling you or texting you. It now shows your rank, and you are at a perfect 5.0 due to the now heiress status.
Well, look at me. Okay. Remy thinks real hard. And then she whispers to herself, at least I didn't have to tell her about me liking Michael. And then decides to call her dad.
I have a headache. All right, before we get into that, what are the boys doing? Are they just eating grilled cheese and watching these goddamn press conferences?
Yeah, Michael went outside. He didn't want to hear what was going on, so he left.
Good. What a good little bean.
I was gonna say, give me a D20 anyways. Let's see how far you had to fucking go so you didn't hear it.
Not very far.
Michael's back in Eden.
I rolled a 4 plus. I mean, that's a 19 total.
He's just standing out. What?
Going because you realized this entire conversation you could still hear it no matter how far you went, and finally when the conversation fucking ended is when you stopped like the last line of the River saying what she said, and you can hear like the door very softly close, so it's like a little bit fainter now, but you can tell that the conversation was done, but you heard the entire thing still.
Well, fucking God, he didn't just hear her say out loud that at least I didn't have to admit that I like Michael.
It depends on if he started turning back around irritated.
All right. Comes back in, shuts the door. He's got his hands in his pockets, and he goes back to the kitchen and he starts cleaning up his mess.
Like a good Samaritan.
River just like walks over to the kitchen and goes, good luck, dude. So good fucking luck.
I don't know if a thanks are in order.
I'm still okay. So that had 3 purposes. Had 3 purposes in it. Hear me, Michael? And she like gets up on the island of the kitchen. She goes,
I accomplished none of them.
One, I was trying to get her fucking wind to show up because you know that's her wind. It's not just nature making her go Beyonce.
None of them happened.
2 was to make her like see, oh, maybe I'm the problem, and that didn't fucking work. 3 was y'all have fucking crush on one another, and I am so fucking tired of this, guys. I'm exhausted. Can we just be adults for 5 minutes? Zach puts his hand up over on the couch where he's just like continuously just watching TV and goes, River, I have a crush on you. And she goes, noted. And that was the entire conversation.
Dear God. Dear sweet Jesus.
Like, see, adults. Zach was able to admit it.
So what? Just go talk to her then?
I wouldn't right now. I would wait a moment. Yeah, I don't know what's going to go on with that, but I'm also a little bit stressed out because the whole Peter thing, we got rid of one person, now we have another. Hey, Oswald, you doing good over there?
Oswald just gives a thumbs up while he's munching on a second grilled cheese while he takes a third and throws it at Jura.
Jira just like eats it like straight out of the air. He just he is a good alligator.
I also give Pearl some love in the form of a smaller bite of grilled cheese.
Oh, what
she
a baby.
she likes the worm, and for some reason is just curling around it.
The warm, gooey cheese.
Oswald just shrugs. He's like, yeah, whatever.
You're gonna have to clean me later, but this feels great.
Yeah, that's a little. Wait, what did you use to like coat them? Was it butter or?
Yeah, it's butter
some
and
people-
American cheese.
Well, some people are weird and do mayo, so I'm just making sure.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't know why people do mayo instead of butter.
It's because the oils.
Yeah, it's literally egg whites and oil. That's literally what mayo is.
Huh.
So, after a few minutes goes by, Remi, do you call your father?
No, I already said I called my dad. I imagine my conversation is in the middle of them doing the whole like, oh, well, why don't you just admit that you like her thing? Oh, well, I like you, River, says Zach. I'm feeding the reptiles grilled cheese.
So you're calling back your dad then?
Yes.
1 ring, 2 ring, 3 ring, 4 ring, 5 ring. Hi, you have reached Augustus Lancaster. Please leave a message after the beep.
And then I hang up the phone, and then I'm just like, I guess I'll call again. And then she calls again.
1 ring, 2 ring, 3 ring.
I swear to God, if you killed him, Allie.
The phone picks up. Hello?
Wait, is that her dad's voice?
Yeah, I fucked it. I fucked it up.
Data. It sounded like Data.
Hello? Hello? This is Augustus Lancaster's phone. How can I help you?
I understand, Data, that this is a bit. Put my dad on the line.
Hello?
Still doesn't sound like him to me, but
that's because it's only 1 word, and I need a little bit more to get into the draw, honey. You need to just keep going on.
I'll just say you rang.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remi, what's going on?
I mean, we arrested Astoria.
Yeah, I've seen that. Trust me.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Cool. It's not like I now own a Fortune 500 company or whatever.
Well, I mean, you kind of wanted it, so.
I didn't, Remi. I didn't want it.
Well, now you have a bigger lab.
Remi, I would rather burn those labs knowing what happened in them.
Well, you could if you wanted to. You don't technically have to keep them.
I have to look out for other people now because Astoria had thousands of people all over who was hired to do what they are doing right now. This is their only income, Remi. So no, I can't just burn them, even if as much as I'd want to.
I'm not talking about burning people alive, you weirdo.
I said I'm talking about the buildings, and you know I am, Remi.
You can
I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm gonna be honest, Remi. I tried talking to you. I tried explaining to you everything that happened when you saw that video, but instead you decided your feelings were more important than to listen. So unless you're ready to finally hear what I had to say, this conversation's over.
I really want to hang up. Like, so bad.
If you want to hang up, then that's going to be another D100.
But
you're going to have to roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, but I was about to say, but I know my DM wants character development. And I know
No, honestly, this is all on you. I have 100 different things that that is going to happen this is going to be a full consequences, what's going to happen in general to what you do here.
I don't think she likes that he said that I was all up in my feelings and blah, blah, blah. It was, I don't know how to describe it. One, because it was so long ago. But I think she is just like, I will listen. I do not have to hear what you have to say and take it to heart. But I promise you, I will listen. Does not mean I will forgive you.
Okay. I'm not asking for forgiveness. In fact, if you want to take me out there with all your teammates and all your friends, they can hear everything too. Because they're probably just as curious. Maybe not Michael. Michael wasn't there for your little missions, but you know.
In the background, all you hear is, I kind of know what happened there still.
I'm in the room still.
Oh.
No, you hear him still say that. It doesn't matter. Michael hears everything.
And Oswald chimes in, I didn't hear shit. So
I'm gonna like tap on my ear to Oswald.
Remi's not gonna do that.
Okay.
I think she wants to filter what he might have to say in case it might not be like, you know, things that other people should be privy to hear unless they're eavesdroppers.
Okay.
Roll a D100.
No, this goes. No, honestly, depending on how you react to what he's about to say, you will have to roll another D100.
I will try my hardest to keep Remi's feelings in check.
You don't have to. This is full Remi right now, but Remi is the least developed character because of how she reacts to things. And I'm just telling you that right now as a GM. Even Michael, who has been here the least amount of time, has developed more than Remi has.
I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing.
It's not great. So, Remi, it started when I met your mother. Me and her, we clicked instantly. Kind of wild, seeing as she was looked how she was, and I looked how I did. But yeah, we fell in love instantly, and both of our sort of alignments were in the right spot at the right time. She had a few friends. Harper, who was River's mother, I believe, and Jeanette. They were all friends together. They were kind of their own little group. Yeah, they all did what they were going to. It's hard. Sorry. Talking about your mother gets me some way. But when we all graduated college, we all went our different ways. Astoria grew rather quickly. Astoria shot out the gate. She perfected some form of chemical to show an alternate of something. It was not a way to cleanse a system of mutants or whatever. It was something else having to do with genetic modifications and stuff like that. And she started her company right away, the Jeanette Astoria, the Cyber Technologies. And at first it was fine. It was clean. All of us were like very impressed with her, and we liked what she was doing actually, because it wasn't like how it was now. She wasn't power hungry at all, actually. And then something changed. She won an award, and it just seemed like it wasn't enough for her. So she started looking more and more into more and more into mutant genes because they started popping up more and more everywhere. It's just like there wasn't this many mutants before. Like there were a few, but there weren't any like there were now. It seems like radiation from everything else is starting to really take effect everywhere. So people were getting scared. She was scared. And now I didn't know what exactly she was planning. I saw a few presentations that she went to where she started going on of we can clear these monsters, she called them, from our system, and we can turn them back into normal citizens. And everybody was like so impressed, and they saw her algorithm. They saw her equation for it, and they understood what it meant. There was some healing gene that some of the mutants, some, very few, very rare, had. And there were a few of them, but one of them could actually be used to reverse the mutant gene itself in a vaccine. So, what better way? Ugh, I hate talking about this. What better way for her than to go to the lower district where there was a bunch of foster children, a lot of them being affected by the radiation more than people in the middle and upper district. A lot of them being affected by that, and kind of take them off their back because they had a lot of foster kids down there, Remi. There was a lot. It was a mess, and it's still a mess. You saw it. So what happened is she started doing this behind other people's backs. She started doing this a lot. One day, she invited me and your mother to one of her labs where she showed us what exactly she was doing and her plans for it. Your mother, I have never heard her wail and scream like that in all my years. It was probably one of the most horrific things I've seen. So after that happened, Astoria basically said that they're no longer friends, and she called Harper, and Harper was just as disgusted. Harper actually at the time was pregnant with Hood. So it was so she was doing this for a while. Now there was nothing we could do about it because at this time she was starting to back up all of the police force in Eden. She was giving money to them, she was paying them off, she was basically making her own militarized system. So even if somebody did see it, it wouldn't really affect them. Just take care of the job, Nobody sees it. Nobody, or if they're not alive to talk, they can't. So after years and years of this, nobody talking, it came to her attention that Harper and her husband Ezra once done the mutant gene test. Both their children at the time, you were young, and I fiddled with the paperwork when it said yes to your mutant gene. I wasn't able to fiddle with theirs. They were still lower. They were still in the lower income range, and so I didn't have access to their files, unfortunately. But it showed that their little girl Joy and their little boy Robin had the mutant gene. So Astoria went in there, Robin being the age of 7, River being the age of maybe 4 at the time. Don't really remember the ages, sorry. Astoria went in there with her team, shot Harper point blank, and arrested Ezra that day, and then had both those kids shipped off to Astoria. Now, I need to make it very clear, Remi. I had not seen Robin. I have not seen Joy at that point. Didn't even see photos of them. I just know they had them. I was too busy in my own shit, and I will take full responsibility of that. I did not know what they looked like. I did not know who they were. I just saw children that were being hurt. And unfortunately, at the time, I couldn't do anything about it. Now, what you didn't see in that video that you saw was me pinpointing every camera in that room, every camera in that office, and every escape point I could. So when Robin was able to get his little sister out of there and into the hands of her aunt for about a year or so before she was put into the foster care system, I didn't know that she was already gone. I didn't know she left. I just saw Robin. I knew I was able to get him out. I was able to just say, "Hey, come here, kid," because I found a nice little secret way to just get them out easy. And I did.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I know I'm supposed to be in character, but the fact that you just described it as him being like, "Hey, come here, kid. I got some treats for you."
Honestly, that's a lot better than what he was being treated like. Your hood was like, "You got a fucking candy bar? Fuck it."
I know I'm supposed to be in character, but like all I can think of is, "Hey, kid, come and get in the van."
So,
Can I just
Continue.
ask real quick?
yeah,
On the map on Roll20, who put stink lines above the continent?
me.
Is it a
That
stinky continent?
because
Or
It's been there for forever. It's been there for forever.
and nobody
Okay.
washed it.
Stanky.
Okay, so he
Mhm.
continues and goes, "So I found an escape route, and while I was doing the escape route, Robin walked by and got him out of there. Shade was right behind him, got her out of there, and at that time, I could only do 2 at a time. And unfortunately, after those 2, my ways were blocked off. They somehow got a hold of me because even though I was good at catching things, it's not my specialty. It's not what I did the best. So Joy wasn't even around when I was doing everything I needed to try and get those kids out of there, Remi. So you coming after me, telling me I put Joy there? That hurt. That hurt a lot, actually. Especially because I was trying to get them out the entire time. And you wouldn't even let me get a word in. I thought my daughter would at least, help me with that. And I understand I wasn't there for you when I needed to be, and that was my fault as a father. However, the reason I wasn't there when you needed me is because I was doing everything I could to get those kids out of there. Everyone thought I was doing this huge research on mutants. Yeah, I was. It was those kids to get them out of the fucking... get them out of Astoria Cybertech. You were at home. You were warm. You were fed. You had everything you needed to. Those children did not. Those children were being tortured and killed.
It's really hard for Michael not to say anything.
Oh my god. Okay, so I understand what the direction that you might want me to be going into, but him saying these things in this specific way is just pushing her buttons.
You can do whatever you want to, but that's all he has to say.
I gave him the chance. Oh my god, if he was here, I'd fucking throat punch him. I'm sorry, Allie, if you want me to have fucking character development. Oh, I have me as a person, not
have
as
you
Remy,
ever-
has
have you ever-
issues with that.
Okay, but have you ever thought about maybe he had issues with how you treated him and how you immediately pegged him as a bad guy?
Yes, like I understand that, but Remy as the character, like, understands why he is hurt, but Remy is also thinking she doesn't want to be selfish in that kind of regard, but sometimes you do have to be selfish to protect yourself. And him explaining, like, oh, me and giving all of my attention towards these kids, like, who are being, like, mistreated in this way, like, she understands that, yes, that is important. Having child slaves and experiments is not a good thing. Like, she understands that, but the way he worded it, that's what she has a problem with. Because he's like, you had everything that you needed.
You can roll, girl. We're here to role play it out.
I know, but
You don't need.
Oh.
No, do what you need to. I don't care. Do what you need to.
Okay, so then so I feel like
don't play this how I want you to play this. Play it how you want to.
So I feel like you typed out this whole thing because that was so good.
I didn't. That was all from my fucking head.
Okay.
Do not ask me to recite it.
So as he's like done, and like she assumes that he's done from not talking, she then says, I understand that child slavery and experiments are kind of high on the totem pole of things that we should probably stop. But at the same time, I understand that I did have a cushier life compared to some people. I had a house. I had a good education. I was fed every day. But what some people need to understand is that all kids want is for their parents to be present.
I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, Remy, especially when I needed to be.
I'm sorry does not cut it. And
I'm not saying it does.
I'm like, me as the person is trying to hold back tears. But she's like,
when you make your person fucking cry twice.
When it hits a little too close to home. And she's kind of like trying to fight back tears, and she's like, you can say I'm sorry as many times as you need to, but the times where I needed you and mom to be there, and she kind of chokes up a little bit on the word mom, you weren't. You decided that other kids were more important than the one you had at home. And I understand the situation and the circumstances, but were there times when I needed you? Like it could have been just for little things. Like, I don't know, showing up to parent teacher conferences, me being raised by people who were practically strangers growing up, but became more parents to me than my own flesh and blood. Having to spend countless days at my friends' houses and having to come up with excuses as to why I never wanted to go home. You can sit there and you can make yourself out to not be some sort of monster. And I understand that you were hurt, but you need to understand that you hurt me first.
I'm not going to say I'm sorry again because I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. I should have been there more for you. I agree. I'm not saying anything you are saying is wrong. You're correct. I should have been there more for you. Your mother should have been there more for you. I would like to have a relationship again, Remy, but if you don't want it, That's fine.
It is not me needing to have it. It is me. And she's trying to find the words. And she's like, it's not me needing or wanting a relationship. It is me finally trying to realize that I don't have to keep asking you to love me. It is you finally realizing that I deserve to be loved by you. And even you can sit there and you can tell me, oh, I love you. You're my daughter, this and that. I would move heaven and earth for you. But sometimes, and she like has her finger up and she's like pointing at nothing. And she says, sometimes actions prove louder than words. And so far, your actions don't prove anything.
I'm trying to do better. I hope you have a good day. He hangs up. Roll me a d20.
That's a 12.
Remy, once you hear the phone click, what's your immediate emotional response?
I think it's kind of like that shock because I don't know why. Like, I don't know if this is how you were playing it as him, but she kind of feels like he was very dismissive the entire time. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just how she feels. And then it's just like that lack of like him just being like, yeah, I could have done better, but him not proposing what he should be doing, you know, like this is what I'm going to do to try to make things better. It's just like, well, it's all on you now. And she's just like, it's just like the little tiny crack that was holding everything all together in the parental abandonment issues box, just like, and then she just starts to cry to herself.
So as soon as that little like thing just severs for you,
just something in her breaks.
There's this breeze that you feel around you, and it feels light, and then it starts. It almost feels like, oh, the air conditioning just turned on, and it starts getting more aggressive, and it starts getting more aggressive, and now it's like sort of like there's almost like there's a tornado happening in this room right now, where the air is just flowing around you. The room destroyed. The room is absolutely a fucking nightmare.
We're not getting that security deposit back.
And I just had it, and then I closed the book because I was just like, this bitch ain't gonna do it. So let me find it real fast because I had.
How dare you not believe in me?
It took how many times?
Oh, listen, it's not my fault. The dice kept telling you no.
I gave you this one because it was supposed to be a 14, and I was just like, fuck it, 12 is good enough.
Listen, I just secretly added a +2 modifier. So whatever she just rolled.
Whatever just happened, it happened. So Remi, you very obviously have air powers.
Whoa.
The one power that you are currently using in a different sort of way, you can use it the correct way once you want to, or once you kind of figure it out, is air burst. And you can either put that in there, I can put it in for you later.
Can you put it in for me later? Because for some reason, the links that we use for the power profiles and stuff don't work for me.
That's okay, that's odd. But yeah, I'll put that in for you later. Yes, you have air powers. And everybody suddenly hears like this like the tornado noise coming from the room.
Like
I don't know
an
who
air tunnel.
Yeah, I don't know who freaks out first. But it's definitely like, it doesn't sound like a freight train, like a full tornado, but it definitely sounds like not supposed to be in the house.
Fun. Happy fun time.
So whoever wants to go deal with that, River's gonna stay on the counter just watching the room. Let me check this integrity of this fucking door real fast. All right, 18, the door is holding on.
It is a strong oak door.
Oh boy.
Does anyone want to deal with that?
Yeah.
That seems like a lot.
I think Oswald's gonna go in there and like, you know,
Do you open the door?
but yeah, brave the wind.
The moment you open up the door, Oswald, you're immediately smacked onto the hall wall.
Do I need
Like
to roll
immediate-
anything to like
Oh.
avoid that?
No, because when you first get your powers, it's just real intense.
Especially, I have a feeling, especially if it's elemental powers, man.
Well then, I'm gonna try this, and Michael will put up a shield in front of him and start walking through.
I
Kinda like
imagine it's kind of like in Lord of the Rings when they're walking up the mountain. And it's
Yeah.
just like the brace kind of thing.
Now, Remy, is your hand like covering your face, or are you watching the air happen and you don't know how to stop it?
Okay, so I imagine what it looks like. She's probably, I think Remy has fallen onto her knees. Her hands are in her face, and she is just full on sobbing. Like just too in her feelings to notice that she has created a mini tornado.
This seems correct.
This seems correct.
This seems correct.
Yep.
You always seem to have an emotional meltdown and then get a power, so this feels right.
Every arc, I've had some sort of emotional breakdown and gained something new. Maybe that's all that it is. Maybe my secret superpower is therapy.
It's trauma.
It's trauma,
Do
baby.
you remember the horror arc where you were just like, oh no, Allie, you brought Remy's worst nightmare, a therapist.
It's a valid worst nightmare.
I think it's all of our worst nightmares. We all have issues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so roll me. Let's see. Let's see
Roll a
what you should roll.
D100.
No.
What's
Roll
the
me.
D100?
We're gonna say a strength check to go against the wind, Michael.
Strength check.
Just full strength.
Okay. Let me see. What is my strength?
Probably strong.
Pretty good. That will be a 32 total.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You slice through that shit real
Every
easy.
single time.
So yeah, you get to Remy. Remy's curled up on the floor crying, doing sad Remy things.
Mhm.
Y'all can role play this out. Have fun.
Well, she's just kind of like just sitting on top of her legs, like, you know, like the, like,
Yep.
yeah, like that. She's
do,
not like,
do things.
she's
I'm
not in a ball.
I'm assuming that this is like really loud in there.
Oh yeah, no, it is very much a freight train in a room.
Is it getting louder? Like, is it getting worse?
Yes.
Yes.
Just the silent and then the clickety clack, 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 clack. Yes.
So Michael will start yelling out for Remy
Mm-hmm.
until he finally reaches her and puts an arm around her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you reach her, do you put the shield around her also?
No.
Okay.
I would drop the shield as he reaches. He would drop the shield as he reaches for her.
As he reaches the eye of the storm,
Yes.
Remy.
Which, for some reason, for me, I don't know why, but I feel like the eye of a storm would be even worse.
I have a
No,
storm's
the eye
actually.
is the
I know, but for me right now, I don't know why, but I feel like if it would be
No.
worse.
No, you're the eye of the storm. You are the thing. So it's the best sprout.
Damn, I would assume it would have been worse. I don't know why.
If it was worse, you would be dead from your own power.
Can I be dead?
It would be a blender. It would be like a blender.
Can I be dead then?
No.
Sorry, that's just for Scarlet. That's just for Scarlet only.
Okay.
Okay.
So role play this out, guys. I done my GM duties of having Remy do a mental breakdown. So you guys need to role play this out. Have fun.
Michael's like, what's going on?
I'm just crying. Inconsolable.
Oh boy.
I'm just
All right.
crying and the sobbing gets worse and it's an ugly cry.
Okay, Michael's gonna just take her in his arms, kind of like a baby, and then just start running his hand through her hair. It's all right.
I hope that gasp was audible.
It was. It was an audible
It very
gasp.
much was.
You caught it on mic. You did it.
Okay. So then I guess Remy just continues.
It's Remy's worst nightmare.
No.
A healthy relationship.
I imagine she just like continues to cry, and then as he's like stroking her hair, it just not like immediately, but it like slowly gets softer and softer, and then just like she slowly comes out of it. But I don't know, is she like drained because of this? Because this is a new power? No? Okay. Because I imagine she would have been
You might be drained because of the emotional trauma.
I would imagine that. So like you could like she's just tired, I guess, because after every good cry, you're always fucking tired and out of it. And then she just kind of like is like, I guess, cradled in your arms, ?
Yes.
And she, like it's just like the littlest little like and then like little whimpers that people do when they're almost like done crying or they're finished crying.
It's gonna be all right, Remy.
Remy, while you're doing that, I'm going to need you to give me a D100.
Why am I the only one rolling a D100 here?
Because this ended up being very focused on you, and I wasn't ready for it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty okay with that today.
No, this is supposed to be your arc, sir. I was excited for you to be the main character.
I get that, but my brain is not functioning today.
I shit you not. I just rolled a 66.
Okay.
I thought it was a 69. That's why I started off. I shit you not.
Okay.
I got so excited for a second.
All right. Cool.
You should have just kept on rolling with it. They just rolled a 69.
Okay. So, what's going on with you two now that you are cradled in Michael's arms?
I imagine she's just sitting there, and then she says in the tiniest of voices, she's like, "Can I have a grilled cheese?"
You want me to go make you a grilled cheese? Okay.
What?
Are you gonna be okay in here? Do you need me to get somebody?
Think so. Can I have River's blanket?
From across
River.
From across the room, you hear River go, "Fuck no!" She's territorial over that.
How about this? I'll give
and
you
the reason I'm saying that is because I have a baby blanket, and if you ask for it, I'd say the same thing.
No, that's I am with my Baymax blanket.
How about this? He'll take off his jacket and wrap it around her.
Oh my god! Please tell me it's a sweatshirt.
It is most definitely a sweatshirt.
Even better. So then she's like, "Okay," and she just kind of sits there on the floor.
Michael will pick her up, stand up with her, and set her on the bed.
And she just like lies there in the bed, and she's like, "Hey, can I also have ginger ale.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, guys. This room is really fucked up. That bed is not upright. It's kind of on. No, it's kind of like on the wall. You kind of there's a giant there's a bed-sized hole in the wall. There was a lot that happened with that small tornado.
Things that we weren't privy to, but will be revealed in our animation show.
Yeah, so
she's
Remi-
like, so
Remi
she's
might
like,
need a new room.
So then I'm like looking around as he's like, I don't know how he's carrying me or holding me or whatever at this point, but I'm just like, I'm pretty sure I knocked the bed out the window. Do you think we can get our security deposit back?
Don't worry about that right now, Remi, okay?
I don't want my nice 5-star ratings to go down. I work hard to curate my Airbnb profile.
I think we'll figure it out later, all right?
Can I put that in our thank you cards? I work hard to curate my
That's very fitting for me.
That's how I was able to get the other team that really nice abode.
How about I bring you in with me to the kitchen and I'll make your sandwich there. As he looks around the room and see how thrashed it is.
Okay.
I'll set you up on the counter, okay?
Okay. Can I have chocolate milk?
Yes, you can have chocolate milk.
Yay.
And so Michael will take her out into the living room and through the hallway where everybody can see them and go into the kitchen and place her on the counter.
I curl up on the counter like it's a bed. Can I have a bendy straw?
River, although you be your best friend and will console you later, if anybody is not paying attention to Remi, I know Shade definitely does peep this. River holds out her hand and fucking Zach is just like puts like 2 coins in her hand and goes, huh. But then like goes to help console Remi. But there was a small.
I imagine you're like sitting on the counter. I have my head in your lap, and you're just like, "Shh, it's okay, it's okay."
Takes money from Zach,
and then whispers to Oswald, "You owe me $5."
Oswald just shrugs.
So who wants to start cleaning?
I'll do it. I love you, Remi.
No, you're my emotional support, River.
All right, I'm an emotional support, River.
Oswald gets up to help River.
All right, so as Remi's going through emotional trauma, I'm going to say everybody went to sleep pretty early. Nobody's in the wrecked room. There was an extra room because this house was so fucking big, so it's fine.
That's right, because my Airbnb profile is on point.
Not anymore.
Just had to rub it in there, huh?
As it enters night, sorry that airburst was not in the correct spot, but I got it to happen. You should have done it in the fucking Astoria. Well, you were getting Astoria, and this wouldn't be an issue.
I tried that.
So roll better, get good. So as night goes down, I need everybody to roll me their D100.
Oh,
this will be like the 5th one I've rolled.
Okay.
A 42.
42. All right.
Ooh.
A 10.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, this is looking real good for next episode, guys.
I don't want to say what I rolled now.
Oh, what'd you roll?
What'd you roll?
1.
I think the time when Peter came into my dreams the first time, I'm pretty sure I rolled like a 1, and I was like, I rolled a 100, and you guys were like, no, you did not roll a 100, you rolled a 1. And I was like, well, shit.
All right.
Hello.
Yeah,
So-
like, isn't it like 000 is the 1, or is it 001?
000 is 100.
Okay.
At least that's what I've always considered it as.
That's what I thought it. Wait.
The 3 zeros means 100.
3 zeros means 100, but then if you're rolling 2 d10s, like 2 like 60, 40, 20, like one of those, I think if it's you roll a 0 and
how about this? I'm at the whatever you think was 100, whatever you think is 1 is correct, because fuck trying to figure that out.
And we need to go back in time and re-record that episode.
No, because that was the best time to get a 1. All right, so
surprised
that was James' rules. This is my rules, so fuck
surprised that I rolled the freaking highest.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Technically, you could say right now that you rolled 100.
This is where we're ending, and you guys, this is going to be the end of the role play, because this is how I'm going to set up for the next sort of episode. So everybody goes to sleep. We're starting with River. River wakes up into a white room that everybody's familiar with and goes, shit. Fuck! No! I can't do this right now! And Edmund appears. And Edmund goes, hello, River. And River goes, shit.
Since Edmund is Oswald's favorite, you see him like try to break in.
You don't see anything. We're not doing this. No, I'm done. Guys, I'm being 100% serious because this is going to fuck you guys up.
I will be serious.
Edmund circles around River and goes, do you know the only point that you have that creates a little bit of worth for you and your friends, is that you have your healing ability. And that's the only reason why they keep you around. Do you know how little you are actually worth, River? It's quite astonishing, really, because you're not very smart, you're not very pretty, you're not very talented, really, in anything except one cause. That's not going to get you far. And it goes to, then, Michael. Michael, you're in a white room, and you've seen this man before because you peeped him at the banquet. He has shorter black hair, olive skin, dark eyes, very skinny and gaunt, looks around early ages of 50s, not like full into it yet. But he looks at you and goes, hello, Michael. It's very good to meet you. You're new. You're excited. This is probably your first time in one of these, huh? No, I would let you know. My name's Niall.
Michael's pinching himself to wake himself up.
It's not working. My name's Niall. You got the lowest one. You think pinching yourself is going to get you out of this? You fucking idiot.
You're mine now, bitch.
Welcome to my laboratory. I'm kidding. So, do you realize the only reason you're, like, good at all, is because your mommy, who's in prison right now, spent all of her money on you to get you where you are right now. And if it wasn't for her, you'd be pretty goddamn useless, huh? That's crazy. That's actually wild. You wouldn't be anything without Astoria. That's wild. And then that dream goes out. We go in to Remi.
Pass.
I disrespectfully declined this dream.
Remi, your favorite person's in your dream.
I really pass.
You can't. I'm gonna be honest. You guys rolled perfectly for what I had in store.
You're welcome.
Tell me what I had to roll above, and I got one more than that.
All of you had to roll above a 50.
Damn it! I rolled a
I was pretty funny
51.
away.
No, you didn't. You did not.
Okay, continue.
So it's Peter. Peter's in your dream because he likes you.
God damn it.
He likes your spunk. He
I
likes your
swear to God.
fire. He is noticing, though, that your awareness, your stamina, everything is a little bit, especially your will. Toughness, all down right now. Hi, Remi. Did you miss me?
Not really, no, fuckface.
Oh, there's the fire that I like. Are you sure, by the way, that your friends really like you? Especially with the big spell that you put in today. Wow, that was a lot of energy that everybody had to put in you, huh? That was crazy. How do you think they feel about putting in all of that energy on you? Little old you. Wow. I wouldn't want to deal with that. I'm actually happy that you decided not to choose evolution. Have fun with that. Goes out.
Not as
We're
bad as I
into
thought it was
Oswald.
going to be because Edmund was the worst, apparently.
I kind of wish I got Edmund, though, because I've been flirting with him.
I don't, because Edmund was the brutalist.
I don't know.
You have to
Oswald
remember
thinks Edmund
you
is
have to
cute.
remember the armor that River put up. And Oswald, it's cold in your dream. It's not a white room. It's cold and icy, and
Is there
you
a
look
crow in my
down.
dream by chance?
No, you look
Okay.
down and you see your hands are smaller, and you're a little boy again.
Well, fuck.
And Oswald, your uncle's voice echoes from you from everywhere in this snowy, what looks like to be a dead city. There's no one around. And you hear, wow, you're the most unwanted child I've ever seen.
I don't know.
And then-
I don't agree with that. You're just an asshole.
Then everywhere, echoed everywhere. Like I said, you guys are stuck. You guys are paralyzed. You don't really get to talk, so nobody really heard anything that you were screaming inside your own heads.
Except for Peter, because he responded.
Peter can respond to whatever he wants to, because he heard you screaming in your head. Don't forget, they can still hear it. Doesn't mean that they were responding to it.
Mm-hmm.
In Oswald's head, it's just a bunch of profanities.
Just through everywhere. Now all of you hear Peter's voice. Just a reminder, you're all a little bit more vulnerable in your sleep. That's where we'll end it. Hey, hi, hello, friends. It's your favorite game goddess. It's Allie. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Unless I put this out on Thursday night, Eastern Standard Time, because I didn't feel like scheduling it because Allie's been very, 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 very stressed. Hi. You guys know the deal. If you haven't already, why not? We love talking to you guys. We love hearing from you. Make sure you're following us on Twitter at dice_drop. Also, you can go into our link tree that is on our Twitter, and it's linked below, to join our Discord, which is really stupid and chaotic and fun, and you can talk to us directly if you have any fan questions. It's a lot of fun. We have fun there. As always, don't forget, you can always hop over to greenronin.com if you are looking into getting to some new games. We have a partnership over there. You can always just put in Dice Drop in the promo code area at checkout, and guess what? It's like a mutual benefit thing. It helps us out and it helps you out. You get to save money on some cool games, and we get some royalties off of it, and that's really fucking cool. Also, if you feel like starting a podcast or whatever, you can also use our code down below for Zencastr. Zencastr is actually what I'm using to record this outro right now, and it's also how we record all of Dice Drop Evolution. When is the next episode, you're asking me? We'll see you guys on November 4th. We hope you have a good one, and happy Halloween!
What is this, like some weird fanfic you stole?
Did you, Brittany?
Oh,
did
yeah.
you just
I
send?
just sent her that.
Do I know exactly what you just sent her?
You know exactly what I just sent her.
Okay, I don't know.
Is it the hot dog with the spaghetti like poked into it and it looks like little octopuses?
No, this is Winnie the Pooh and what's his name, Sephiroth fanfic.
Oh, I hated that. I was like, thanks, I hate it.
Sephiroth felt his pants get uncomfortably tight.
No, here's the thing.
Masamune isn't the best sword on me, if you know what I mean. Oh, bother, Pooh shivered, holding back a moan. You're making me rumbly in my tumbly.
I legit... Britton sent me that, and I woke up to it the next morning. So I feel like you got the better shtick. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing to wake up to.
What Britt sent me, it's probably something really fun. It's probably something really cool. No,
I thought it was something Dragon Age related because that's all we send each other.
I literally looked at it, and I was just like, God damn it! I literally just opened up my eyes.